go like it. This is doing it better. 1K, next day 800, next day 8K, next day 60K. I mean, we've been doing it all wrong for like a whole decade and we're f***ing stupid.
You know, that's fine. That's okay. Psych, I f***ing lied. I'm tired of the dick riding. Get off my dick. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It's like, I'm about to just let shit rain. Like, I'm tired, nigga.
So, if you haven't heard, XQC has been making some pretty heavy implications to do with people in the Kai sphere. Kai, along with most of his boys, are pretty upset about the whole thing, even though XQC is definitely onto something here. First off, Rakai has some pretty sus numbers.
2x. 30 minutes to reach peak, remains constant viewership, +5 uptick until real viewers leave on a game played.
Without a frame of reference, you might not understand how insane this is. XQC, a very high average viewer streamer, takes 3.5 times as long to reach his initial peak because that's what natural growth looks like. Hasana B, another huge streamer, isn't getting numbers similar to that. These are well-established streamers that have been on the platform for years, and their numbers don't look similar at the beginning of the stream. A lot of people are coming to Rakai's defense, and don't worry, we'll get to that. First, we gotta get through everything X said, though. I love how he said this.
So, some of Kai's friends, though, I'm not. Hey, if I speak.
And then says the exact same thing that's gonna get him in trouble. The person who jumped to a 60K viewer peak in the intro is this guy named Lil Rodney's son, or Girl He Funny on Twitch. He had another insane jump like Rakai, and it's just as unexplainable. This is the dude that Kai was trying to put on, and he made his sole appearance on Kai's stream during the Batman and Robin thing. And that's the main excuse for his huge jump in numbers. Rodney is kind of like the Adult Swim of Twitch. He be streaming late at night and when everyone else in the sphere is offline, and theoretically that's supposed to like rake in all their sloppy seconds viewers. Let me remind you, the Batman and Robin thing was over a month ago, and the jump occurred on April 1st, so it just doesn't line up. You can read all the comments saying these are explainable number amounts due to some type of circumstance somewhere, but when you look at the raw numbers and compare it to the history of Twitch, including Kai Cenat himself, they just don't make sense. If you think his Adult Swim method is really that effective, tell me, when the fuck are these kids sleeping and going to school, you know? If you look at their average for the last 3 months, both have a huge increase in average viewers this month, and you might notice that they all start decreasing after XQC said something. And the most obvious proof that XQC brought up went mostly unnoticed because most people misunderstood what he's actually saying.
Like 1K Andy to 30K Andys overnight. Listen, all I'm saying, some of these guys are operating at fucking under 30% chat activity. That is fucking unreal.
This is pretty much all you need. I wish he actually talked about how he got the numbers and who it was, but this is a smoking gun if you ask me. What he means by chat activity or chat rate is not the ratio of chatters chatting to the chatters lurking. Lurking makes it sound kind of creepy, like spectating or whatever. It's not that ratio. What chat activity means in this instance is the ratio of connected viewers to non-connected viewers, or in other words, viewers that are just literally not recognized by the Twitch site itself. Listen, I'm not a fan of XQC, but if there is one thing I do think he would give a qualified opinion about, it would be Twitch viewers. I mean, some of the new gen don't understand how he was at the top for consecutive years. He knows what Twitch activity should look like at the highest level, and this doesn't even mean the streamers themselves are doing it, but it's pretty hard to deny someone somewhere is tampering with the numbers. I think it's easy to make this a race thing. Hey, I don't know XQC or what he believes. What I do know is the numbers don't add up, man. So when Kai finally responded to this, he did a whole lot of yapping, but his main point was this.
You're not about to belittle what these niggas got going on because you can't fathom what's happening in this current day of time. Like, gang, off your response and off you had just reacted to that about Reggie and Rakai and shit, I could automatically tell you don't know the story behind them niggas.
So Kai's kind of right and wrong here. There's definitely a new shift in the culture, and I would even go as far to say that Kai and his friends are an unstoppable force that will control the culture pretty soon, but he still believes what he's able to do naturally can cause this dramatic shift in so many other streamers' viewers. When you look at Kai's whole response, it definitely feels like his issue is that XQC is talking about him at all, and not so much the ViewBotting allegations going around. Hey, maybe XQC is against the new rise in black streamers, I have no idea. From my perspective, this situation specifically really does seem like he read the numbers, but at the same time, X definitely jumped on the opportunity to talk about it. The fact Kai decided to respond this way did not really help him out when it comes to the ViewBotting allegations themselves. And I definitely think Kai believes it didn't happen, obviously. But when you take a step back and look at it objectively, you can see Kai's definitely wrong. Like, I do really think that Kai and what he's doing for streaming is ultimately a good thing. So it's kind of hard to side with X over him, but you got to do what you got to do. Like I said, there's always going to be people defending the streamers, and this one dude said what I kind of said earlier.
Reggie is the one nigga who didn't average that much, but he streams after everybody. This nigga Reggie streams from like 12 a.m. to like 5 a.m. So everyone is off stream. So after Kai gets off stream with 100,000 viewers, walk with me, nigga, stupid nigga, where them niggas gonna go?
He's just loud and wrong. Sure, the Adult Swim method sounds good on paper, but it's not this genius idea for some obvious reasons when you sit and think about it for a second. First of all, the Twitch site as a whole has significantly less activity during 12 to 6 a.m. as compared to any other part of the day. Second, this wouldn't influence his peak viewers since not all the other streamers even end at the same time. Next, that doesn't even explain the huge jump in viewers on average. All the metrics so far are those ones you kind of have to dig for, and the average fan wouldn't do all that work. But if anyone was actually watching, they'd notice the chat activity doesn't line up with the viewers at all.
I was playing Dota, and at night there's nobody online. So his shit was unrecommended. I click while playing Dota. I'm like, what is happening with the viewers? It was jumping up and down 10K, 20, 30, 20, and you skip. I was watching from, like, brother, like. Bitch, I don't know. Like, brother.
I don't really know what else to say. There's just tons of examples where the viewers don't line up. Like sometimes Rakai will just have double the viewers of anyone else in Kai's sphere. Well, except for Kai himself. One thing to note is that nobody's actually saying that Kai is ViewBotting. Even though he gets insane numbers, the active chatters, again, that's like the percentage of chatters that are authenticated as human. The active chatters is always like a reasonable percentage. I mean, sometimes XQC will have 15K viewers and it's moving faster than Rakai's did with like 50K viewers in Little Tay. The final piece of shade that X threw was this clip talking about the chat rate once again.
Like, brother, when the number is like that, it's just no good. Brother, that's less than 30%. Bro, that's 31% validation. Bro, 31% validation. That's not motion, that's counter motion.
It's like when it came out that Elon Musk does ketamine, like that feeling when someone you hate does something you kind of respect. I hope you don't take this as a hit piece on Kai or anything, because that's definitely not what I'm trying to do. All I'm saying is there is something a little fishy going on here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm going to start trying to upload more frequently. Drop a sub if you enjoyed. See ya.